Hello. Yes.
We're live.
Yes.
Hi everybody, welcome to Greystone Carving Studio live Monday feed. It's 1 o'clock on the 2nd of November 2020 for those who are watching it in the far future. We're in the we just started another month lockdown, as you anyway live will all know, and I've had to delay classes that we were going to start today until January. So my apologies. I mean, everybody, all the students who attend these classes know, but my apologies again for doing that. But it seems like the right thing to do, and we'll put yeah. So there's that. A bit of a pain, but there we go. And what I wanted to, so that out of the way, what I wanted to talk to you about, and what I said I was going to do is I said I was going to do a step-by-step acanthus leaf after the flower. So what I'm going to talk to you about that, the beginnings of that. So I've just, the drawings, I'm not going to do any carving because I've got to block it out, and blocking it out is bloody boring, and I don't want to just do that. And I'm only doing a little tiny dinky one, so we'll, you know, I can do it between jobs, so that I can show you in the next few weeks. And once I've done the blocking out, I'll do some demonstrations with the carving. But acanthus leaves, like flowers, like Tudor roses, like oak leaves, or all that stuff, all that kind of architectural kind of carving, all that architectural carving. There's some confusion about the terms. I think for a while people said architectural, I don't know what, some mason got snazzy or something. People were calling masonry, I mean complicated masonry, which is really amazing skill, architectural carving. But what I'm calling architectural carving is the kind of floral detailing and the stuff that goes on top of the mouldings, whatever that is, whether it's Gothic or can't think of anything else. I've got just Gothic moulding on the head. So we're actually looking. So Corinthian is a order of architecture, a historic order of architecture. You have Corinthian, Ionic and Doric. You also have a composite, which is, but what we're looking at today is the Corinthian architectural style and a particular aspect of that, which is an acanthus leaf. So these are on capitals and also on corbels, and you can get these and then detailing. You sometimes see acanthus leaves on keystones as well, but I'm sure those of you in the trade can offer up some other places where they put them. Anyway, that's just what comes to mind. So what, as I said, I'm not going to do any carving, but what I've done is I've got a little bit of stone and I'm just using what I've got. So ideally I'd like to use a thicker bit of material to do this on, because what I've had to do is foreshorten the leaf as it kind of comes over. So I've squished it. But what I'll do is I'll foreshorten that, and I'll do a kind of, I'll carve it so that it looks round, and but you know, ideally, I mean, you know, you'd want it to come over like that, you know, and then that would come down to there. So you have a kind of more of a leaf than I've got there. I've just got a kind of suggestion of one there, but we're kind of, you know, I'm just kind of, as I said, using a bit of stone. So this is a quick, rather, you know, I could have drawn it better, but it's a quick example of canter sleeve. So what you've got is you've got your material, you've got your as you can see, you've got your square block here, and what I'm doing now is I'm taking this check out like that as the first stage. Is that? Can you see that? So I'm just taking that check out, and what I'll do is, and that's masonry, so I'll do a V cut here, I'll do a draft here, and then I'll cut it out. I'll punch it through and then claw it. But probably whilst you're not here, what I'll do is I'll get the air gun on it and go zip through it. And as you can see, with this, the leaf, this central frond, this central roll here, this central vein runs up, it runs up here like that, and that is this line. So first of all you cut the check out, and then you cut this curve, and actually the leaves, these points, yeah, or these points are deeper than this. So if you're looking at it from the bottom, you have your central vein, and then you have the leaves kind of going down like that. Is that clear?
Yeah.
All right, good. So basically, stage one is this check out. Stage two, you cut this curve out, yeah? So you've got that curve out. Stage three, cut that out, yeah? So you cut that out of the curve, just do a V cut up there, straight up there, yeah? And then you can start the detailing, then you can start the carving. I mean, you can go straight for that, bam, you can go straight for that if you want. But actually, if you're doing loads and loads and loads of them, which is, you know, it's really useful just to do kind of ABC carving. So I can't really say much more, because that, okay, so that's the plan, and this is where we're at now. So what I'll do is, during this week, I'll cut this check out. I'll cut the check out. I'll then, what I don't know whether I can take a picture of it to show you. I don't know what. Anyway, I don't know how I'm going to do that. But I'll probably try and get it to the stage next week where we can start carving this. Now, this might give you a better idea of where we're going with it, because there is a template that I'll be using. So I've done one side, and I'll cut that out, and you can apply that, and then I can flip it over and do the other side. There we go, and then I'll talk about high points and low points on the leaves when we get to it. We cool? All right, so that's an introduction. We can next instalment next week. Ta-da! Suspense. Right. Okay. Now I want to show you this. Oh. So I went to. I would like to. I don't know if Tracy will be watching. She probably won't be watching. She there this week? Don't know. But Tracy is a fab woman who I know from McMarmalloyd. So I went up to McMarmalloyd's this week to buy some material for the class that didn't start, and so I normally work with limestones, and I provide people if they want some. If students want anything in particular, I buy that in advance. But this year, what I thought I'd like to do is buy some soft stones, so some soapstones, some serpentine, and some alabaster for students, so that they can have another option other than the local stones, either Chicksgrove or Barstone or Portland or you know, sometimes we order in slate or something like that. But so what I did is I went up and had a play, and I really enjoy going up to McMarmalloy's. They got this like a treasure trove. I really like it up there. It's just all sorts of stone there. It's just like it's a paradise for me. Anyway, I'm started getting embarrassed. But what I wanted to talk to you about was show you was this. So
Your hall.
my hall, yeah. This is the treasure. So what we have here is this is some serpentine, and it's this kind of green colour, and it's a soft stone and carves very well. It's got this kind of green, and then when you polish it up, it goes this very dark green. Got that. That's nice. Although, as I pulled it out of the car, I can see. Oh, it's look. It's and you can see what happens. But it's got some cracks in it, but we've still got a kind of substantial piece of material that we can use. I got these 3 bits of alabaster, which will be quite nice to use, and I've got this kind of bluey greeny soapstone. There you go. That's really kind of soft, and that polishes up quite well to this kind of mint green, and it's you can carve it with your fingernails if you want to. And then there's this kind of pinky soapstone, which is very pleasant, and that's got actually that's nice. That's not got any shakes in it or anything, so that's quite a. Somebody could make quite a substantial bit of it. So this is a soapstone called Coca-Cola, I believe. I think it's a soapstone. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I know that's a serpentine. No, that's these two are soapstones. And this is a piece of polyphant, which is a native soapstone. However, this has been knocking around outside for a long time, so I don't know. It doesn't survive very well outside, so I don't know. But this does polish up well. So if you point the camera at that picture over there, that is what polyphant looks like. So that was done by Francis in the style of Kennison. What's nice about polyphant is it's got this kind of mottled effect. It can be very pretty, and it also can have resonance. So there's my wall, and then there's this, which is for me, it's an Egyptian stone, and it's hard. I don't know. I've forgotten what. Tracy told me what it was. She put it's a very hard material, so I'm going to have a play with that myself. I'm going to put a chisel to this to see how whether it will hold up to anything before I kind of offer it up for use. So and then before that, there's this. This is not a part of that hall. This is a piece of stone. This is local stone. This is Chick's Grove, and it's sawn 6 sides, ready to carve a little finial in. And as you can see, it's quite a pretty bit of material. You can see all these striations. And Chick's Grove is a sandy limestone, so it's got reasonably high silica content, but not enough to make it a sandstone. There we go. So there's that, and then last of all, before I go away and get on with some work, is I wanted to show you where I am with the Buddha. So I've finished carving it, and now I've rubbed it up with 80 grit all over. Still a few tool marks left in it, and still a few bruises left around here. But I've kind of got rid of most of them. But you'll see plan is over the next couple of days I'll get that finial done. I'm waiting on some stone to come in for some memorials. I will rub this right up the next day or so, and it will be give you an idea of what it will look like when it's polished as well. There. So, give you an idea of what it will look like. So when it gets polished, it will look more like that. Probably not quite as shiny. I don't actually want it as shiny. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. I don't think we do it anymore. Thank you very much for watching. And no classes. Bit cheesed off about that. But lots of work to do, and I will look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers. Are we done?